All right, this is for day 2 of the argument lesson for our argument unit. So I have a chance to share April 7th's folder for you guys. I apologize, but I'm going to put the same content in April 8th's folder for you. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go through the PowerPoint like yesterday and then just go through some Google items as well. So let's start with the PowerPoint. If it loads. So this might take a little bit just because of Zoom zapping so much computer power. Here we go. All right, so this is day 2. And there we go. So our teaching point for the day will be students will narrow their choices down on picking a topic for their argument piece. So I'll hold this here if you guys want to pause and take a look at it. Remember, before we get too far, this is a step-by-step process. Don't panic, ask questions. This process is still new for all of us. I know I said this yesterday, but I just want to reiterate this. Yes, we're doing something we did before. I'm taking this as baby steps for the time being, so that way we can get used to this before I let you guys work off more on your own. Be mindful when I do that. That is to get you guys used to this, and that way I know that you guys can do your own. Also be mindful that you're going to need to be accountable for any research you do for this. So as discussed yesterday, our subject will be transportation. What can be a good source of transportation today? Why are cars still good? Are electric cars the way to go? Should we raise horses again? Okay, this is an example of what you guys filled out yesterday. This is blank, so this should have been done. As I said yesterday, I'm going to try and post information in the Google Doc every day. For right now, again, do not panic about research. No one has done any research yet. This process is getting yourself comfortable with the topic by looking at all of them. Now, today you'll be doing a little research, but I'll go a little in depth about that. Remember, a good debater can debate something and talk about both its good points, or the pro, and the bad points, or the con. It shows you're knowledgeable, and it shows you won't be surprised when you have to defend your topic. On your own, you're going to pick a topic by doing research on the internet. You do not have to give sources yet, like what web page you got your information from. That will come later. For right now, you're picking a topic that should interest you and be something you can write about passionately and debate for in your writing. So make sure you've picked and have looked at something that you know as a writer and as someone who has to make an argument that you're going to be invested in this. For example, you're going to be doing something similar on the Google Doc. So I cheated a little bit and started my research already. For one, I picked horses as my topic. 2, I'm interested in researching this topic because we use these animals as the primary mode of individual transportation for centuries, and we still have people who work with, raise, and can train the average person to ride a horse. Equestrians is that job. And 3, the reason I picked this topic is I found how interesting and expensive it is to raise horses in my research for this assignment. So they can get very expensive. That's done. I'm going to close that. Before I start over at the online work here, I copied a final research paper again, so that's here. It's the same thing as the one I showed you yesterday, and here's day 1 of the argument. So I'm going to try and share the whole folder on PowerSchool, and we'll see how that goes today. If not, I'll definitely share the online work and the discussion document. Speaking of the online work, while this loads, make sure that you guys are taking this seriously. Like I said, you don't have to give your web resources yet, but you're going to. We're going to switch back into that mode eventually, but I want to take this by baby steps. And that's not to say you guys can't do it, but I just want to make sure we're comfortable doing this because you're not physically in the room talking to me or Ms. Carter or Mr. McDaniel. So as you can see, the format is more or less the same for online work for April 8th. Some minor differences. Work for ELA is now due by 11:59 p.m. So you guys now pretty much have the full day. As always, I usually post to work between 8:30 and 9:30 when I'm setting everything up. And then now it's due 11:59. I know some people asked for more time and submitting work. So instead of 4 p.m., you have an extra 6-7 hours. You have your new vocab words for the day, ample and apprehensive. Make sure you respond to these guys. For the most part, everyone's been pretty good about it, so I'll go too in depth. The reading summary. You guys are still doing your book information. That's good. Make sure you put the book number that you're on. And I think for number 3, I'll be a little more specific because people are giving one word or a fragment, like not even a full sentence response to this. So I think starting on April 9th, I'm going to make step 3 here a little more specific because I think some people are taking advantage of what I'm now thinking is vague writing, and I'm going to make this a little more clear. All right, so for writing, which we just have the PowerPoint for, you guys are going to fill out this box. You're going to complete number 1, number 2, and number 3. And in lieu of that, we're going to go here, and like I said, my computer's going to act slow because I have Zoom open, so I don't know if you guys being in the chat room and participants in Zoom, this has been the same thing for you, but we're going to see how this goes. All right. So as I put basic information in for each topic, and then trying to be specific as possible just because Zoom's going to zap up a lot of information. So electric cars run at least partially on electricity. Unlike conventional vehicles that use a gasoline or diesel-powered engine, electric cars and trucks use an electric motor powered by electricity from batteries or fuel cell. Not all electric vehicles, or EVs, work the same way. So we have a diagram. I'm just going to go to this since this is the first link here because I don't want to make this video too long. And while we put this load, I'm making note this is UCS USA. So it stands for the Union of Concerned Scientists. Okay, so maybe this will be a resource that I'll come to later. And then you guys might be hit with some subscription services based on what you do. Like if you guys go to a newspaper or a magazine or something, I'll give you guys a list of potential websites to go to later. All right, so we see this article. It's talking about electronic cars. I'm not going to dictate to this to you guys. By that I mean I'm not going to read this out loud. But we can see the information they're providing to their readers. And they're giving us a map about gasoline emissions. This is what regular cars, the cars that we're using right now, do. And if I'm reading this right, the light blue means that the emissions are improving, and so I can't tell if this is gasoline cars or not, but that's not the point here. So it's talking about air pollution, greenhouse gases. There are links here. Like I said, I'm not going to go too in-depth because I want to keep this video short, but it's explaining electric cars, going over this information. So it's showing us some things and information that we can use in our research. So then, as you guys saw in my PowerPoint, I picked horses, but I just looked up electric cars. So do something like that for yourself, and then find a credible source, fill out your information, and then maybe it might turn into an actual resource for you later. All right, guys, either during the discussion document or the Zoom, ask me questions. If you're not sure what to do, make sure you watch the video, and I'll be in contact. Have a good day.